Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel, A Crow's Call Tarot. This is Melody. I want to thank everybody for all the love that you guys send. I want to thank everybody for all the subscribers, um, all the followers that I've had from the beginning of my channel, clean up today. All the new subscribers that have subscribed over this little brief time period that I've had my channel. I just want to tell everybody thank you, and I'm sending you guys so much love because I appreciate it. If it wasn't for you guys, I would not be able to have this channel up and running as of today. So, with that being said, let's move on. This is a twin flame reading. Okay, it doesn't have to be specific to twin flame, but if it resonates with you, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Whatever the connection is at the end of the day, it's still a connection. Doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be twin flame unless twin flame comes through. There's all different kinds of connections. There's twin flame, there's soulmate, there's karmic, there's just such a big variety of connections that you could be having with someone. But I am going to label it twin flame just because um, that's just how I'm going to label it. No big deal. All right, so let's get started. Let me introduce the decks. This is a new deck. It's called the Numerology Guidance Cards. This deck is by Michelle Buchanan. New deck. I just got on Friday. So, yes, I will be reading out of the book. All right. This is the Romance Angel Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue. Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Twin Flame Messages Volume 1 and Volume 2. I just mixed them together. Twin Flame Oracle Cards. Oops. And the Twin Flame Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. All those decks are by Mystic Moon Oracles. And then I have the Permission to Be Powerful Oracle cards out. Empowerment cards by Melanie Klinghoffer. Her channel formerly was Whole Again 1111. It is now Powerful Transformation. All right. I recommend going over and checking out these ladies' YouTube channels. They are awesome readers. I also believe in supporting my fellow readers and empowering them by purchasing their decks. And I recommend that you do so also if you are a reader. All right. So let me go around here and pick up the card that decided to fly out of the deck before I even started reading. We're going to check and see what it is. Yeah. So we got the card of self-worth that actually grew wings and flew out of the deck. So I feel that this reading is going to have something to do with some self-worth energy. All right. All right. So let's get started. We're going to break it down into masculine and feminine energies. Take whatever resonates. If you're a man and you resonate with the feminine energies, then that's the message that's meant for you. If you're a female and you resonate with the masculine energies, then those are the messages meant for you. Doesn't matter. They're not gender. It's just energies. All right. All right. So let's start with the masculine energies. We're going to start pulling some cards for the masculine energy. All right. So what I'm going to do is just spread these out like this. And I'm going to pull one for the masculine, one for the feminine, and one for the connecting. All right. So one for the masculine, please. Teaching and learning, masculine energies. Number 57, which adds up to a 12, which 1 plus 2 adds up to a 3. So threes are about being surrounded by your guides and your angels, but also being empowered in your heart, your mind, and your soul. Okay, being empowered in your heart, your body, your soul, being empowered in general. Okay, being in that zone, being in the zone of spiritual awareness. All right, so teaching and learning for the masculine energy. All right. So let's see what the masculine energy, why he as a masculine energy got this card. All right. This card indicates a time of significant learning and growth, when the wisdom you will gain will be of great benefit to others too. There is much potential for you to teach what you've experienced. In fact, your life lessons are just as valuable as your academic knowledge. Therefore, every trial and tribulation can help you be of service to the world. So, masculine energy, this card is encouraging you to have faith in your ability to teach, because teaching is simply passing on to others information they don't already know or didn't already know. You probably already do this by sharing the lessons you've learned and the discoveries you made with your colleagues, family members, children, and friends. So please don't underestimate the importance of what you have to say. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm of cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to teach what you've learned. This is a time to investigate new opportunities or areas of study to expand your existing wisdom. The more you learn, the more you have to teach, which serves your greatest good and the greater good of all. If there is something you would like to teach, then set the intention to do so. All right. So, masculine energy, you could be a female and resonating with this masculine energy, but I feel that you're standing in the power of being able to learn the lessons that you needed to learn and be able to express them lessons to the collective, is what I feel. All right. So, we're going to pull a Romance Angel Oracle card to go with that, because this is a love connection, soulmate, twin flame, karmic. It's all about love. We're going to tap into the romance angels. All right. So let's spread these out over here and pull a masculine energy for the masculine energy. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So what I feel you're going to be teaching masculines is you're going to be teaching, the fact that how you're feeling, you're going to be expressing that all the life's challenges that you have overcame, and how to come to the realization of actually how you feel. So what I feel you're going to be teaching masculine energy is how you had this heart chakra activation, and I am seeing the green on this teaching and learning card. The Merkaba is like a green blue. All right. So what I feel you're going to be teaching is how you came from being all blocked up. I feel that you are going to come to, you're going to learn them lessons, and I feel that you're going to communicate them with the color being blue green. You're going to communicate these lessons to the collective. You are actually going to teach the collective how you came, what you had to overcome, how the lessons that you had to learn in the heart space. And I see the purple too. The card is purple, so I feel that this is going to be a very spiritual experience for you. All right. So let's tap into the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon Oracles and get a little bit further clarification over the romantic feelings and teaching and learning. Can I have one card, please, to further clarify this message? All right. Ten of Pentacles, ultimate achievement. Yes. So I feel that you are going to definitely be communicating something, perhaps how you feel and the lessons that you had to learn, so that you can better express them out into the world, or perhaps to your other half. All right. And I feel it's going to bring long-term stability. It's going to bring the ultimate achievement within your life, is what I feel. All right. So let's move on to the feminine energy. So feminine energy, what message do you have? Where's the feminine standing at? Self-love. No wonder that self-worth card popped out. All right. So we got orange, and the middle of it is blue. All right. And a 61 adds up to a 7. So sevens are about rapid soul development, as well as being patient, learning patience. So I see the orange as, let's move this out of the way so you can continue to read it. I see the orange as the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is the feminine energy, and the middle of it is blue. So I feel that there is some communication. Perhaps you're going to communicate, or somebody else is going to communicate to you. Maybe the masculine, because he's in his blue green over here. I feel that maybe the masculine could very well be teaching the feminine, or telling, or perhaps telling the feminine, look, I learned my lesson. Now I'm ready to tap into my feelings and bring about this long-term stability. Okay. So what I find funny is the masculine's energy adds up to a 3, the feminine's energy adds up to a 7. So we got 10, and then we got 10 of Pentacles. So I feel for this collective, there is cycles ending. There's a new chapter being birthed, okay? And this new chapter is teaching and learning the collective, learning and teaching the collective, rather. Sorry, I did that backwards. How to be, how to learn self-love, how to be more self-empowered within your feminine energy, all right, with the sacral chakra on there. And they feel that they are both going to be communicating and about their lessons learned, and they're going to be teaching it to the collective. And I feel in that order that, you know, teaching it out into the collective is going to bring stability within their life and within the people that they are impacting, is what I feel. All right. So let's pull a Remian's Angel Oracle card to go with that. Honeymoon. Yes. So I feel that somebody is going to want to go on a holiday. And I feel it could be the masculine coming in and communicating how he feels and how he wants a long-term stability, and which will make the feminine stand more in her feminine power. I feel that they're both tapped into the feminine power, which is going to make the feminine love herself more and be aware of self-love and how to tap into that and communicate that into the world as well, just like the masculine. All right. So I feel that, you know, maybe the feminine wants to go on a holiday with her masculine, or perhaps the masculine has learned his lesson and now he wants to go on a holiday with the feminine and start off with that long-term stability and express how he feels. All right. So let's pull a feminine clarification for that holiday card. Yeah, tranquility ahead. The 6 of Swords. So definitely the feminine energy definitely wants to move ahead in a more tranquil state. She wants to recover from all them ups and downs, from all them swords being stuck in her back. She was sorry about that. She wants to go on a holiday with her masculine. She wants to enjoy the time together, enjoy that playful time, enjoy the holiday time together in bliss and harmony. All right. So that's what I feel for the masculine and feminine energies in their current situation. So where's the connection at in the current situation? Health. We got a number 7 and a 1, which adds up to an 8. All right. So I feel another color of orange, but the Merkaba is purple. So I feel that their feminine energy between these two is healthy, is what I feel. All right. I feel the connection is healthy. The spiritual connection and the connection in the sacral chakra is healthy, is what I feel for the connecting energies for this masculine and feminine energy. All right. So let's pull a Remian's Angel Oracle card to go with that connecting energy. worth waiting for. Divine timing is at hand in your love life within this connection, right? So I feel that spirit is telling you it is healthy to wait. This is worth waiting for. This connection is worth waiting for. And I feel that divine timing could be upon this connection. All right. And it's going to be a healthy connection. So I feel that while you're waiting patiently, what you're doing is you're mending things within yourself that you need to mend. And if you wait, this connection will be more healthy connection. It will be a more stable connection. It will be a more blissful connection is what I feel. So let's pull a Twin Flame Tarot Journey card. Yeah. It won't be, you guys won't be all chained up like this is. And I feel that this is a feminine on this card. Not necessarily the feminine is all chained up, but perhaps the masculine has his feminine energy all chained up. And it's not healthy. So in time, I feel divine timing will break these chains for this connection, to break the chains that's bonding this connection that's unhealthy. I feel in time the chains will be broken and make this connection a more healthy connection. All right. So I feel that that's why they're telling you to be patient, because I feel the outside surroundings, like the angels and your guides for this connection, is helping to break these chains and make this connection a more healthy connection versus a connection where somebody is all trapped up in their head. Their feminine energy is all blocked up. I'm not saying it can't be feminine, because we do have the feminine coming in as self-love. So I feel she has to learn self-love. She has to break these chains and learn how to love herself first. Masculine side, I feel that he needs to learn some kind of a lesson about keeping his feminine energy all all like chained up. And I feel that that's a lesson he has to learn. And I feel that he is going to go out into the world and teach how he had to go through this process of unbreaking, breaking the chains that's binding his feminine energy to make it a more healthy, connecting energy within his self. To understand that his feelings that he is feeling is real, and stop chaining himself to his thoughts. All right. So that's how I feel for where the connection is and the masculine and feminine energies are at this current moment. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to tap a little bit more into how they're viewing one another, and how they're feeling about one another and what they want here in the 3D world. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap into these beautiful messages, volume 1 and volume 2, twin flame messages. Tap into their head, heart, 3D, and their spiritual space. See what messages come through. We're going to clarify with the Mystic Moon Twin Flame Oracle cards the signs that they are seeing in each one of them spaces, and how are they being empowered in each one of them spaces. All right. So let's get started. Let's see what's going on. We'll tap into the divine masculine first. All right. So spirit, can I have one card? What's the masculine thinking about? What is his thoughts when he's viewing his feminine? What is his thoughts when he is viewing his feminine? Your beauty still moves me. So he's viewing her as beautiful, and he's letting her know, look, your beauty still moves me. So I feel that this masculine that I'm channeling is definitely observing his feminine. I feel from a space of I feel that he's observing her without her really realizing it, is what I feel. And he's letting him know, or he's letting her know, your beauty still moves me. All right. So can we have further clarification over that? I'm just going to spread these out. All right, so can we have further clarification over, he's viewing his feminine that, look, your beauty still moves me. So can we get clarification over what that means? Yeah, he's at a crossroads in his headspace with her. You know, he's looking at her as, look, I see you as a beautiful person, and it's moving me deep down within my soul, but I'm still at these crossroads with her. All right, that's what I feel. All right, so next we're going to see what's the signs that the masculine is seeing in his headspace. What's the signs that the masculine is seeing concerning his feminine? And then we're going to choose an empowerment card to go with that. So let me shuffle up these real quick and spread them out. All right, so what's the signs that he is seeing, and how is this sign empowering him in his headspace? What's the signs that he is seeing, and how is it empowering him? He is seeing nourishment, okay? He is seeing that the beauty that he views her as is nourishing his soul, is what I feel. How is that empowering him? Yeah, he is perhaps seeing her in dreams or visions. So I feel what he's doing, your beauty still moves me, is putting him at a crossroads with her, but yet the beauty is still nourishing his soul enough to where he is having dreams and visions about what I feel he wants with her. I feel that, you know, he's seeing these dreams and visions. Perhaps he's envisioning her beauty, and it's nourishing him. It's nourishing his thoughts. It's nourishing his soul, which has put him at a crossroads, is what I feel. All right. So we'll move these over a bit so we can fit the feminine's energy on there. All right. So how is the feminine viewing the masculine, Spirit? I've thought about you a lot lately. So she's thinking about him. So what I feel is I feel that she's thinking about him, and he's viewing her, like he's seeing visions of her. He's actually having visions of you know what I mean? Visions of her soul, visions of how beautiful she is. All right. And she's like, hey, I've thought about you. And I feel that they are both thinking about each other. Like this connection is empowering them both, is what I feel. All right. So she's viewing him as, I've thought about you. So she is definitely thinking about him. So let's pull a card to go with that. The answer is no. I have no clue what that's about. So we will definitely, the answer is no. What is that about? We're going to pull a Twin Flame Journey Tarot card. The answer is no. What is that about in the feminine's headspace? When she's thought about him. I've thought about you a lot lately. The answer is no. What is the answer no to? The Ace of Pentacles. So for some reason, she's saying, look, you know, the answer is no to this new beginning. Okay, for some reason, even though she has thought about him, for some reason, she's saying no to a new beginning, and I truly don't understand it. So let's pull the Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. Let's get another card. I feel another card needs to come out. The answer is no to this wise investment, but yet she's thought about him lately. What does that mean? Can I have another card of clarification for that? The answer is no to a wise investment. All right, this one seems like it wants to come out. Yeah. Until he sees things from a different perspective, because things are on pause right now, I feel. All right. So I feel that that's why she's saying, look, I've thought a lot about you lately. That the answer is no to a new beginning until you see things from a new perspective in your heart space, is what I feel she is saying. Okay. And I feel that he definitely, is saying, look, I feel you're beautiful. And I've been dreaming about you, and it's put me at this crossroads. I understand that your beauty is nourishment to my soul. And she's like saying, look, I've thought a lot about you lately, but until you see things from a new perspective in your heart space, I don't want a new beginning with you. That's what I feel that these messages are about. Wow, that makes sense. All right. So, what's the signs that the feminine is seeing when she's viewing her masculine? What's the signs that she is seeing? Yeah, that this connection is an incubation. Yeah, that the eggs that were the eggs haven't hatched yet. They're still in incubate. Still in incubation time frame. All right, which makes perfect sense because back here somebody's still chained and bound in their thoughts. Okay, and divine timing is working at work in their love life. So it does make sense that things are still incubating. And how is this empowering the feminine? The connection and partnership. Yeah. She understands that this connection and partnership is still an incubation period, which makes perfect sense. Like I said, back here, divine timing is at work in this connection because somebody, either the masculine still is all chained up from a feminine energy, perhaps from his past, or the feminine is still all chained up, which makes perfect sense because she got the self-love card and the connection is not healthy at this time. And that's why she's like, look, this new beginning, I don't want it with you until you see things from a different perspective within your heart space. I understand that this connection is still in incubation, is what I feel. All right. So that's how she's viewing her masculine at this time. All right. So what's going on with the masculine's heart space? How is he feeling when it comes to his feminine? You are never far from my mind. So I feel in his heart space when it comes, wow, I feel that he is telling his feminine, look, you are never far from my mind when it comes to how I feel about you. Oh, where'd it go? All right. So let's try this again. So the masculine saying, look, how I feel about you, you have not left my mind. And I feel that he is saying, look, oh my goodness. All right, well, let's try this again. For some reason, it doesn't want to stay up there. I know it's here somewhere. Oh, there it is. All right. So the masculine saying, you are never far from my mind. How I feel about you in my heart space makes me constantly think about you. You have not left, is what I feel. All right. So let's further clarify that with the divine masculine's heart space. Fifth dimension. So I do feel with this fifth dimension coming out in his heart space, I feel that his higher self is not letting him forget you, feminine. His higher self is not letting him forget you. That's why you guys are, that's why he is telling you you are never far from my mind, because his higher self is not letting him forget you, which I feel is perhaps nourishing his heart space, nourishing his soul. So, what's the signs that the masculine is seeing in his heart space? Okay, so he is seeing 888. New opportunities and abundance are coming your way soon. So, I feel that he could be seeing trip eights. I also feel that that's a way of spirit working on him, working on that heart space to break that chain within that heart space. Because I really feel that, let's see where we at back here. I really feel that this, I feel that this is a chain on both sides, okay? I feel because look, there's a chain around the feminine's heart space. So I feel that this chain is wrapped around the masculine's heart space, blocking his feminine energy, blocking him from balancing out his feminine energy, okay? And I feel that spirit is working on that. So when it comes to feeling his feminine, how does he feel about his feminine? His higher self is not letting him um, forget you. There's no doubt about it. And spirit is telling you, is showing him the signs of 888 that there's a new energy coming in that heart space. So how is that 888 empowering the masculine energy? It's helping and supporting him. So he is getting empowered through his angels within his heart space when it comes to how he feels about you, feminine. All right. So what's going on with the feminine's heart space? How is she feeling about her masculine? She's saying, I can still feel you. I still feel you. Yes. So they are definitely connected. There is definitely an energy connection through their higher selves. There is no doubt about it. So he's like, look, in my heart space, you are never far from my mind. I feel you through my higher self. And she's saying, look, I still feel you too. Like in their heart space, they're definitely feeling each other. They are linked. So let's further clarify that. Feminine, yeah, cycles. She's saying, look, things need to cycle out in our heart space. And I feel that there is a new cycle about to begin with this twin flame collective that I am channeling. There is cycles changing. There's cycles in the heart space. I feel what has been chained and bound in the heart, I feel is spirits breaking that free. Divine timing is definitely at work, breaking these chains on both of their parts. Um, and he got the 888, which is about cycles ending, and she got the cycles card. So how are these cycles? How is she being empowered in her heart space? Yeah, to clear and bless, to clear out these cycles and bless the energy is what I feel. She is being empowered to clear the cycles and to bless it. And he is getting help also when it comes to clearing out cycles and blessing them. Did I miss a card with the feminine? Yeah, I did. What's the signs that the feminine is seeing when it comes to her heart space with her masculine? Yeah, an ending, mourning. Yeah, that makes sense. So she is cycling out negative energy that has kept her chained and bound in the heart space. Okay. She is transforming that energy. She is clearing it and blessing it, is what she is doing within her heart space about how she feels about her masculine. Beautiful energy. Wow. What a reading. All right. So, what does the masculine want here in a 3D space when it comes to his feminine. So we're going to shuffle these up a minute. What does the masculine want when it comes to his feminine here in the 3D space? I finally feeling the consequences of my actions. So I feel this masculine that I'm channeling has got his karma. He is finally feeling the consequences of his actions when it comes to his feminine. Okay. So can I have a little bit more clarification on what them consequences are? Yeah, he realizes that you are a soulmate. I feel that he perhaps could be feeling the consequences of his actions with a soulmate also, whether it's a karmic soulmate or you or whatever the case may be. All right. So I do feel that he is feeling the consequences of his actions with a soulmate. So I feel that that could be you, feminine. Perhaps this is a soulmate connection that I am channeling in. So he's saying, look, I finally feel the consequences of my actions, and I realize that you are a soulmate. All right. So what's the signs that he's seeing here in the 3D world? I feel that he's seeing that this soulmate connection is indestructible. Yeah, he's feeling the consequences. There's no doubt about that. So he definitely is getting the message in his 3D space when it comes to his feminine. This soulmate connection is indestructible. There's no doubt about it. So how is this indestruction empowering him? Yeah, it's forcing him to tap into his inner goddess and his sexuality, that orange energy, that sacral chakra energy. So he's being empowered to tap into his feminine energy, which makes sense. Tap into that feminine energy and break these chains around his heart space. Yes. Tap into it. Cycle it out. All right. So what's going on with the feminine in the 3D space? What does she want with her masculine? I'm trying to take responsibility for my actions right now. Please know this. So they are both feeling the consequences of their actions. All right. Not just one, they both are. I feel a severe mirroring going on between this collective. So what's she taking responsibility of her actions? What actions is she taking responsibility for? Yeah, recognition. So she's recognizing that I feel that she's recognizing that she played her part in this connection. That's what I feel. She is trying to take responsibility and recognition for the actions that she has played in this connection. That's what I feel. So, what's the signs that she is seeing here in the 3D world? Yeah, voyage. She's ready to take off. That's what I feel because she's recognizing her part in this connection. She is recognizing it and she is clearing and blessing it. She is cycling out energies that no longer serves her so that she can take off on her spiritual path is what I feel. So how is she being empowered here in the 3D world when it comes to this voyage? Intimacy and love. Yes. She is being empowered to tap into her love too. He's being empowered to tap into his inner goddess and sexuality. And she's being empowered to intimacy and love. So they are definitely this twin flame or soulmate energy that I am channeling. We'll say soulmate because of the soulmate card coming up. I feel is mirroring one another. There's major mirroring going on with this divine masculine and divine feminine that I am channeling here today in this soulmate partnership. All right. So let's tap into their spirit selves. Let's see what's going on with their higher selves. What message does the masculine's higher self have to the feminine? We're going to put that there. What message does a feminine higher self have to the masculine? I'm going to put that there. All right. All right. So we'll first work on the masculine. Higher self. It's really hard for me to open up. So his higher self is saying, look, I'm having a bit of a challenge here. I'm having a hard time opening up to my feminine energy and breaking free of that thought pattern. Okay. And we see that back here that they want him to tap into his inner goddess, his sexuality, his feminine energy. All right. So he's having a really hard time opening up. I mean, his higher self is telling his feminine's higher self. It's really hard for me to open up. So let's pull a clarification card. Yeah, because of this deceptive energy, it's hard for him to open up to how he feels because he is, in this deceptive energy. He's deceiving himself as well as his feminine. All right. So, what's the messages that his higher self is sending him concerning this connection? Yeah, he's seeing feathers. So his higher self, his angels and guides are sending him feathers. That's what he is seeing. He's seeing feathers. And his higher self is saying, look, you are protected while you are learning things, while you are, learning lessons. Yeah, because remember, his card was teaching and learning. He had to learn some lessons in his head, his heart, and his soul. Okay. So, how is his higher self empowering him? Yeah, elegance and grace. So, he's being empowered through a mirroring aspect. Okay. I also feel that he may be seeing swans, perhaps, but I feel that his higher self is empowering him because I feel that there is some mirroring going on. All right. So let's move on to the feminine's energy. What the feminine's higher self, what does she have to say to her masculine? I'm reminded of you constantly. So her higher self is saying, look, I am reminded of you of all the time. All the time. I am thinking about you. I'm reminded of you. I see little signs and synchronicities of you that never lets me forget you. All right. So higher self clarification. I am reminded of you constantly. This commitment. Yeah. So her higher self is not letting her forget that you are the one, that there could be a commitment in the future. Okay. I'm reminded of you constantly and the commitment that we have to one another is what I feel. Okay, so what is our higher self? What's the signs that the feminine's higher self is sending her? That's funny. 111. That's all I've been seeing for days. It feels like yesterday, especially. I was seeing 1111. Then a customer's change was $1.11, and then I seen a time 111. So I've been seeing ones all over the place. So this totally resonates with me. You are a magic creator. Your thoughts are beginning to manifest. Okay. So she is being reminded through the number 111 or 1111 that what she's thinking about this commitment is manifesting. Okay. So feminines, stay positive is all I got to tell you. So how is that 111 being empowered through the feminine's higher self? Goals and strategy. So I feel that she's being empowered to keep that goal. Keep that goal of positive energy because her thoughts are about to manifest about this commitment. So she is being reminded constantly to stay positive about this commitment coming in the future because I do feel that divine timing is definitely working. These angels are around this collective that I am channeling. All right. Beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Alrighty. So let's move into future connecting energies. All right. So what we're going to do is tap back into the Twin Flame Journey Tarot and the Romance Angel Oracle cards and see what is going on with the future connecting energies. All right. So future energies, what's going on with this connection in the future? What is going on in the future for this connection? Future energies. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So in the future, I feel, maybe with somebody out there who perhaps could be involved in a third party situation, you're finally realizing that there could be some unrequited love. And if masculine did have, he was learning the consequences of his actions with a soulmate. Let's see, where is it at back here? Yeah. He was learning the consequences of his actions with a soulmate. So perhaps that's why this unrequited love come in. Maybe this soulmate was a karmic soulmate, and there wasn't enough love to keep this energy going, and he had to learn that lesson. Because if you remember, in a very opening message, very first message was the masculine had to learn something so that he could pass it on to the collective. All right. So let's pull another one as far as future connecting energies. Yeah. It is safe for him to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So I feel that future connecting energies, I feel that they both had to learn this lesson of unrequited love so that they could learn how to love again, so they could better be in touch with the feelings of this connection. All right, so let's pull another one. Yeah. Attraction. Yeah. So future connecting energies is telling me that, the masculine had to learn some kind of a lesson when it comes to a karmic soulmate, is what I feel. He had to learn that lesson, and he's finally getting it, that this unrequited love had to teach him that it is safe for him to love again. And I also feel that this could be for the feminine as well. She had to learn, what was that? Self-love. The feminine had to learn self-love. So I feel that it's for both of them. They both had to learn this lesson of love, self-love. It is safe for you to love. And when they learn this lesson, what it does is it keeps them in the present moment and attracts them to one another. So I feel they both had to learn some kind of a lesson. All right, so let's pull the Twin Flame Tarot and get a little bit more information on what these messages are trying to tell you for future connection. So let's start with the unrequited love. Let's further clarify the unrequited love. Yeah, the King of Swords, quick wit and intellect. So I feel with this King of Swords energy, this is definitely a masculine energy. I feel that he had to learn that. He had to learn that, perhaps he spoke this. He's like, you know what? This is an unrequited love. There's just not enough traction to keep us together. I feel that he perhaps communicated this to his feminine, and now he's feeling the consequences of telling her that, is what I feel. Because if you do remember back here, he was feeling the consequences of that soulmate connection. He definitely was feeling it. He had to learn that lesson, that this connection was indestructible. Finally feeling the consequences of my action with this twin, or with this soulmate connection, that it's indestructible. And I feel that that's what he told his feminine. Look, There's just not enough love to keep this together, is what I feel. All right, so let's move on. It is safe for you to love. Let's further clarify that. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. So I feel the feminine had to learn how to stand in her independent power and understand that it is safe for her to love and to be loved. All right. And we did have the feminine in here. If I can find the card, her opening message was self love. Yes, she had to learn how to love herself first, stand in this independent power, and to understand that it is safe for her to love again. All right. So, attraction. Let's further clarify attraction. Yeah. There had to be a balancing of energies so that this, and to learn how to stay in the present moment, had to balance out. There had to be a balancing of energies in this connection. And what will happen is once this connection energy balances out, there will be a magnetic attraction that will bring you two together. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful energy for future connecting energies. All right. All right. So let's pull for the signs from Spirit Love Oracle. Let's see what signs that the future, this connection is seeing in the future when it comes to this soulmate energy. So what's the signs that is being shown for the future connecting energy? Yeah, crucifixion. So somebody feels crucified. And I feel it could be the masculine energy who feels crucified because he spoke these words. We are not meant to be together. This is an unrequited love. Okay. So that makes sense. So let's move on. The signs from Spirit for the next one. 999. Yes. Profound lessons are at hand. Cycles needed to change is what I feel. And I feel that the cycle that needed to change was this feminine energy need to stand in the independent power and understand that self-love, tapping into that sacral chakra energy and speaking positive about herself will keep her in her independent power, which in turn will balance out these energies here in the 3D world and it magnetize this collective back together. So last message, yeah, loyalty, another card with a swan on it, and mirroring. Yes. So loyalty, once these energies balance out, I feel that it will help attract these two back together. But I do feel that there's a major, major mirroring going on. This is the second card with a swan and mirroring energy. So I definitely feel there's a major mirroring going on in this collective. But I feel that once they learn their lesson and cycle out this negative energy, balance out their energy, I feel that it'll magnetically pull them back together because they are mirroring one another. They both need to balance out their energies to attract one another back to another. Okay. And then it will be a very loyal, stable, committed partnership, is what I feel. All right. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. Blessed be from the Crow's Priestess.